Hello, this is Tristan Hill. This video will show ROS Workshop Tutorial 3, Turtlesim Test Drive. And what we're going to do is open our VM and practice a little ROS. And first thing we have to do is download two packages. The first of which will be a basic simulator. The second of which is a keyboard program to control that simulator. And we will practice a little ROS and Linux making those work. This exercise should take about 15 to 30 minutes. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is open my VirtualBox Manager here. And you can see that I have one virtual machine that we've previously been using. And I'm going to go ahead and have it selected and press start. We are going to go through the menus here. You can see that for now, the display looks like it's in scaled mode, meaning it's windowed all the way out to full screen, but the resolution doesn't quite look right. So I'm going to log in before we can set that correctly. Actually, we can now see that the resolution appears to have gone back to the settings that we left it at. So we're going to get started with the tutorial. We'll go here to the web, and we can just go ahead and search for what we're looking for. We're looking for ROS Workshop. There's our site. And if you go here to the main page and scroll down, here is a table of contents. Today we're going to work on Turtlesim Test Drive. Excuse me. And we want to go ahead and check that we've gone to the Noetic branch. That is the default branch. So when you navigate through here, that should be where it sends you. That'll also be where it sends you if you go through our LMS. And let's get started. So what we're going to do is learn about Turtlesim, small robot simulator. And to remind you, we're working in ROS Noetic on Ubuntu 2004. And other versions may work, but this tutorial is intended for that version. We do need the internet for this to work. So doing this offline might be possible, but this tutorial will not work offline. And let's get going. You can skip through that for now. So our first command to get going is to check for updates, available updates. So this is similar to what you do. Maybe you have a Windows feature that says check for new updates. Same kind of thing. So I'm going to bring this terminal down so we can see. And we can type this one in, or you can use this little copy and paste button there. And we also need to have our password that we set up. Okay, you can see that my package list or set of packages is all up to date. There's no available updates, but it won't hurt to go ahead and execute the commands in the terminal just so you can see that it checks that nothing needs to be installed or updated and moves on. If you haven't updated recently, there might be some updates available and it'll be installed and downloaded and installed then. Okay, now we're going to start our exercise by installing two Linux packages, which both are designed for the ROS Noetic, or the Noetic version of ROS. So we can see the command is sudo apt install, followed by the two package names. First package being ROS Noetic Turtlesim, second package being ROS Noetic Teleop Twist Keyboard. That's a long one. But again, you can think of the package as Turtlesim and the prefix here is just a version indicator. But really the full package name is shown here. So we can copy that and we can go ahead and paste that in here and press enter. You can see that nothing happened, but this is because those already exist and are up to date on my system, and that they may have come, this one may have come with the base install of ROS, but this is also because I've ran through the tutorial already. You may see, once again, a download and install during that step there. So now we're going to actually do the exercise. So the first step is start ROS, and we do that by using the ROS core command. So we're going to type in ROS core, press enter. We can see a little bit of information here, the version, some other things. Now we're going to start the simulator, and we can't do that in this same instance of the terminal because this command ROS core is blocking, or is still using this terminal. So what we have to do is open a new one. You can do that in multiple ways. One way is you can come up here and press this button, but I like to do it with keyboard. Do Control Shift T, gives us a new tab in the terminal. So we can see our ROS core is still over there where it was, and now we have this fresh tab here to work in. So we're going to take this next command and enter it there. So I'm going to use a copy button and a Control Shift V. The regular Control V doesn't work here in the terminal, and an enter. And we can see what's happened. We have a new window that's opened up called Turtlesim. This is our simulator, and the turtle is sitting here in the middle. And what we want to do is interface with the simulator. So what we need to do that is a second program that's called keyboard controller node, or more specifically teleop twist keyboard. And we're going to start that program in a third terminal tab. So with the terminal highlighted again, I'm going to again Control Shift T and bring up a third terminal tab. So that terminal tab will contain the keyboard command. So we can copy it, paste it in, and we can run it. And we see kind of a warning or an error or a message, and it says waiting for subscriber to connect to command velocity. So this indicates that there's some breakdown in the topic communication that is needed between the keyboard and the turtle to drive the turtle around. You'll also notice if you try to use the keyboard to drive around, the turtle is unresponsive, and the terminal just continues to say that. So this is a problem, and we need to fix it. So a few important tools are available. I'm going to show you in ROS to troubleshoot this type of problem. And the first of which is ROS topic. And it is kind of I would say, your go-to tool to look at what's happening in the system. There's a lot of them. We'll look at it first. So with the system still turned on, notice I still have my ROS core on running, my Turtlesim node on and running, and my keyboard on and running. I'm going to open a fourth terminal. If you want, you could open it in a new window, but I like it, leave it in here. So we'll try to see how ROS topic works. Type in ROS topic, and if you just type it like that, it's going to tell us a little bit about how it works. So if we want to know how more about using this tool, we could use the built-in manual there. Let's test the ROS topic list feature. And here we have now a list of the topics that are available on the ROS system. So the first one is command velocity. The second two are published by the core, had to do with the node registration. And then these three here are topics that are associated or published with the published by, subscribed to by the Turtlesim node. You can also use ROS topic with the info command here, shown here, and it's followed by an argument topic. So I lost my turtle. There it is. What I mean by that is we're going to type in a topic we're interested in learning about. So if we might want to learn some information about the topic command velocity, we can type in command velocity. It's going to tell us the data type or the topic type, and it's also going to tell us a little more information, who published it and who subscribes to it. And we can see that no one is subscribing to this, and it comes from our keyboard. So that gives us some little information. Little command velocity comes from the keyboard. We can also look at this other topic. Notice there's one called Turtle 1 command velocity. And if we look at that, kind of have the opposite thing here. It's subscribed to by Turtlesim and published by no one. So that gives us a little bit of a hint about why our system is not working. Just remember where we stand. Everything's turning on, but nothing's moving as expected, and we are waiting to connect. So also another interesting thing we can use in that tool is the echo feature. So echo is actually going to print or give us that what is in that topic. So again, info is just info about the topic. Echo is actually going to give us the topic information. So you can see there's numbers there. If we leave that on, it's actually, we're going to pull it out. Watch, I guess I can't get it out. I'm going to close this. Yep, close that. I'm going to leave the terminal here open, and then I'm going to get a new one over here, and I want to do ROS topic echo, and we'll do the command velocity. Run that here, and if I come over here, I can see that that echo feature is used for listening to the data. So echo is kind of a typical, typically used in these types of systems. So we're going to now close that. So we can see, for one, the keyboard node talks to the topic echo, command velocity, excuse me. Those are linked. And let's see about the other one. And we would expect it not to because there was no publisher. So if we ask for Turtle 1, command velocity, no, the keyboard is not. We wouldn't expect pressing the keyboard to publish that. We would expect this topic to remain waiting because no one's published this yet. So move forward. We have to connect the dots here somehow. And before we do that, we're going to look at one more diagnosis, one more tool. that's shown here. It's RQT graph. That gives us a graph, mathematical graph of the system. This one's not too exciting, but it is our two nodes, Twist keyboard, Turtlesim, and we don't have any connections between the two of them. So there's another verification that things don't work. Let's go look at our solution. The solution is to, again, connect those two nodes through a publishing and subscribing topic scheme. And one method is to rename this topic. It's actually just going to pass the information from this topic to this topic. And we're going to do that by adding this command to the end of the previous command for the keyboard. So if you take this command here and add it to the end of the keyboard that you were using, we can see a different effect. To do that, we have to Control C to stop that process. So again, I'm going back to what was the keyboard process. Control C to stop it. Now I'm going to repeat the command, but this time with a little extra on the end. I'm going to increase the size of my screen so you can see it. You now have the keyboard command with the, oh, that's the wrong one, with this right there. So there we go. Now we can see that we have no longer have the message that says not connected or waiting for a subscriber. We have a little bit of instructions about how to use the keyboard shown here. And you can see that we can change speeds with these characters over here, and we can drive with the K-centered pad there. So we will bring this back here and go find our turtle. So now that we have done that, we have a moving turtle. And we can see it move around, respond to the keyboard. And there we have it. So once again, we have done a basic exercise. What we've done is installed two packages. One of them was a basic simulator, and one of them was a keyboard program for controlling that simulator. And we learned a little bit about how to run packages, run nodes in a package, and use some of the tools available in ROS to view how those were working when they were working. All right, good job. You've completed tutorial 3. Thanks for watching.